Hi, I'm Aisha, and today I'm going to be discussing my company, Aisha's Apparel, with CNBC. So, the first question is, what is scarcity? Scarcity is simply a situation in which unlimited wants exceed the limited resources available to fulfill those wants. So, within a company, different factors can be considered scarce, such as land, labor, and capital. So, for example, in my company, if labor was scarce, that would mean there's not enough human effort directed towards producing my product, and that would not meet the expectations of the consumers. So, profit would tank, which would not be good for my company. So, scarcity is something that a company should just avoid in general, and it is not good for any company. The next question is, what are the four factors of production? So the first one is land. Now, all that land means is what literal land are we going to need in order to operate? So how much or where is this land going to be where we're going to build our factories so that we can produce our product and get it out to our customers? Next, we have labor, which is pretty obvious, and all that means is how many people or what type of people with different skills are we going to need in order to create our product. So, for my company at Aisha's Apparel, we hire people who know how to and or are experienced in creating clothes and working with a sewing machine and different machines like that. Third factor of production is capital. So, capital can be considered money or equipment, or more specifically, money that companies use to buy resources, as well as physical assets that companies use when producing goods or services, such as factories and machineries, which is a big part of my company because, of course, to create the apparel, factories are needed, and inside those factories, machines are needed to create them. Last factor of production is entrepreneurship. Now, entrepreneurship is the idea and motivation for creating a valuable good or service for people to buy. So, for my company, I am, of course, the entrepreneur, and I'm the one who creates all the ideas for the different apparel that we create and the designs and accessories and just everything we put out onto the market for our consumers to purchase. The two-sector circular flow of income model encompasses the relationship between households and firms. So, for example, firms will provide households goods and services, while in return, households provide firms consumer expenditure. Furthermore, households will provide firms factors for production, such as human labor, while firms, in return, will provide wages, rent, and dividends to households. The first one is sole proprietorship, which just means that there is one founder and owner of the company. The second one is a partnership, which is two founders, so two co-founders of a company that work together to create ideas and the company itself. And lastly, there is a corporation, which is just a huge company with a lot of executives and people working under them. So, what are the benefits of competition? Now, competition among companies can inspire them to create better products, more efficient processes, and new inventions. So, for my company, when I have a big competitor in the fashion world, it allows me to create even better clothing, newer designs, and just all in all, better ideas. Supply and demand is just the relationship between the quantity of a commodity that producers wish to sell at various prices and the quantity that consumers wish to buy. In regards to my company, if our consumers want more of our product, that means we can decrease the price on our product, because overall there's going to be more people buying it, so profit will still be great. But if there's not many consumers, then the price will have to go up just to compensate for the production value of whatever it is we are creating. Business diversification occurs when a business develops a new product or expands into a new market. So for my company, Aisha's Apparel, using advertisements and creating new designs is going to help us generate more attraction and more consumers, which will in the end really help our company and maximize profits. There are 4 different types of competition in a free market system: perfect competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and a monopoly. An industry structure with many fully informed buyers and sellers of a standardized product. No obstacles to entry and exit in the long run. A monopolistic competition is when producers sell products that are differentiated from one another using branding or quality. Thus, they are not perfect substitutes. An oligopoly is a market structure in which a small number of interdependent firms compete. Lastly, a monopoly is a market structure in which one firm makes up the entire market. What is business combination? Business combination is a transaction in which the acquirer obtains control of another business, and through business combination, companies can grow in size. So for my advice to new companies or companies who are seeking help is to engage in activities such as business combination and invest in newer technologies to create the best product possible for your consumers, which will grow your company in size and maximize profit and be great for you.